Okay, so here's the statement from De Ridder's coach. He goes, "Friends, fans, and supporters. I normally don't share personal things on here, but I feel I owe a little explanation to everyone who's been behind us. First of all, thank you for the amazing support we've been receiving. It's been a crazy and busy year so far. Last night didn't go as we wanted. After a very strong start in the first round, things quickly started fading and we couldn't really recover from the shots in and after the second round. I made the call to stop the fight after the fourth round. I take full responsibility for that decision, and it was the right call to make for me in the moment. It's not a decision I ever wanted to make, but I guess sometimes you have to. My job is to coach, but also to look out for my fighter's health. I've been with Reinier for basically his whole career and saw too many signs that made me step in. If I didn't do anything, he would have continued the fight. Rather than risk unnecessary damage, I decided to call it a day and go home as healthy as possible. Live to fight another day. I absolutely do not care about pleasing others if it comes at the cost of someone's health. There's a thin line between being tough and watching out for your health. This sport can be brutal. These guys sacrifice a lot of their life in and out of the cage. There's no need for excess damage if it can be avoided. Most people forget they're human too. Zero excuses for this loss. We knew what we were going for. We are not happy with this performance, but for now, recovery first. Evaluate some stuff, and we will be back next year. It has been an amazing year overall, and thankful for all the highs and lows in life. Proud of you, my brother, at De Ridder MMA. We've come a long way. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and thank you for the continued support. All love, Coach Haroon." So what do we got to say about this? I mean, I'll tell you what I have to say about this. This is a good coach right here. Throwing in the towel, nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? There's nothing wrong with throwing in the towel. Nothing wrong with it. I want to be clear. There's nothing wrong with throwing in the towel. It should be done more in MMA. It's done more in boxing. The Diaz brothers in the scrap pack camp from back in the day, they were heavy, proponents or supporters of throwing in the towel. If you see when Nate Diaz got head kicked by Josh Thompson and knocked out his only career knockout loss, the towel came over the octagon. Okay, the towel came over the octagon. So the referee stopped it anyway, but the Diaz brother, right, or the Diaz camp threw that towel in when Nate was rocked and head kicked in his only career knockout loss. So there's nothing wrong with it, okay? These guys, when you've already lost, you're already dead to rights, call it a fucking day. You don't need to be in there and take an ass beating for another 5 minutes even, right? Because we always got to keep in mind the forefront of all of this is it's life points. Okay, it's life points. And especially when you get to the top of the top, the elite of the elite, it's life points up here in this level. It's not like these lower levels, right, where a guy might just be dead tired because he didn't prepare properly, right? De Ridder prepared properly. He was beat down. It's different. He had no way out of this one, right? It was done for. Call it a day. Boxing does it a lot more, and MMA should do it more. It's all good. I didn't even care. I completely understood. Rewatched the live stream from last night. I was like, oh yeah, they're throwing in the towel. They're throwing in the towel. Like, it's over with. It's done. They're throwing in the towel. No big deal though. This is part of the game. Now, the whole part about quitting and throwing in the towel, right? We're splitting hairs a little bit. De Ridder didn't say it. De Ridder would have gone out. So did he quit? I'm not going to say De Ridder quit. Okay? But the fans are the fans, and they're going to, if they say he quit, right, or Brendan Allen made De Ridder quit, right, corner stoppage, can't answer the bell, you open yourself up for that. Because if, right, you really did have it in you, then you probably would have told your corner, no, fuck that, I'm good, I'm going back out, right? But you were dead to rights, and you didn't really want any more, and your corner did take the blame for it. But I think when fans say you quit, it's also probably tying back to how you didn't want to answer the bell against Anatoly Malikin in one championship before you departed. So you've shown it in the past that you quit, and then like you can't answer the stool. Your coach does call it, but you know there's a tendency here. Now Ryan Garcia also didn't stand up right from a body shot. He took a knee. He never got back up. A lot of fans say that he quit there, right? He takes the blame for it, and he has to take the blame for it. But let's say Ryan in a future fight doesn't answer the bell and his dad waves off the fight and Ryan is just beat down, right? Think about it. People are probably going to be like, yeah, he quit again, right? Because it's that again narrative. If he never quit and he had a bunch of heart, right? And then this happened, that would have been a whole different story. But the fact I think that De Ridder did quit in one championship and that was viral, that went viral. The fact that that did happen, I think that's why this whole thing is, that's why the word quit is being used so lightly. So shout out to De Ridder, speedy recovery and all that. You've been putting in the work, so you know, I think it's a good coach. You got a good coach behind you. Definitely a good coach behind you. Respect to the coach too.